Awesome. Come on in. I'm just getting things set up here. Go ahead and join me. My name is Lee. We're going to be talking about passive income, how to create a passive income stream from home. So come on in. I'm just again setting things up over here on my computer so that I'm able to go live with in two different places. So I'm just hitting that button and I think that I'm ready to go. So come on in. My name is Lee Meyer. I'm a stay-at-home mom of four, and I'm in Washington State. So I'd love to know where it is that you're tuning in from. My goal is to one day have every single state across the United States represented. So let me know what state you are from. Again, I'm in Washington State, up in the Pacific Northwest. It's still early here. It's West Coast time, so it's before 6 a.m. still. My kids are asleep. And so I am so excited to be starting my day out with you. So excited to be hanging out with you and sharing about this passive income stream that I found just 3.5 months ago. And it has changed my life. It's given me that time back that I was missing. So this is my website right here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. You're going to be able to go there, put in your email, and you're going to get my blueprint. This is a step-by-step, easy to follow blueprint, perfect for beginners. And so as soon as you go to this website, you're going to see a place to put in your email. You're immediately on the very next screen going to be taken to a video that is going to give you all of the details about getting set up with a passive income stream for yourself. So again, I just found this passive income stream 3.5 months ago, but it is changing my world. I've been able to bring in thousands of dollars for my family at, let me back up for a second. I was selling products before that where I would make $10, I would make $20. So just to be able to cover, you say the car broke for the month, say our dishwasher went out, we had like 5 different things break all in 1 week. Like, how am I supposed to pay for that when I'm selling something that I'm making $10 off of? I would have to sell thousands of items, right? And so to be able to have a way where I'm able to bring in $900 at a time, where I'm able to bring in $600 at a time, where I'm able to learn the skills of daily pay, where I'm earning 100% profit on those sales, has been huge. It's like it actually puts a dent in things. It actually puts a dent. Even the cost of groceries these days is ridiculously crazy. And so just before, what I was living before of trying to make a few bucks here, a few bucks there, it just wasn't enough for our family with the little time that I had with 4 kids. If you've got a full-time job, or maybe you've got kids and your kids are your full-time job, you know how much time that takes. You're busy as well. I'm sure, for me, it's like cooking, cleaning, laundry, running kids around. I've got, one that has an out of town soccer game tomorrow. And so to be able to actually have a passive income stream that is out there working for me, I know that it's working in the background, bringing in customers hundreds of dollars at a time. It's like I've got that time back. I've been able to be present with my family. I've been able to, relax knowing that this income stream is out there working for me. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com for those of you who are just hopping in here. Come on in here and join me. My name is Lee Meyer, and I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4. I was working a side hustle, working from home, trying to do it all, trying to juggle it all, trying to, get the bills paid, trying to be a mom at the same time. That is tough, right? And so to have this income stream, this is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. But head here right now. You're going to get the entire blueprint step by step. You'll be able to learn exactly how it works. Empoweredpassiveincome.com. That is my website. You're going to see a place to put in your email. Put that in, and that's immediately going to take you to a video that is going to answer all of your questions about how to get started. Like, do you realize you could be up and running with a passive income stream by this weekend, within the next 24 to 48 hours? Because that was the place where fixing you guys here. That was the place where I was at. I was at the place of I needed that change. I realized how quickly my kids were growing up. My oldest is 14, my youngest is 2, and I was realizing how little time that I had left. People tell you when you have kids, oh, they grow up in a blink of an eye. Oh, they're going to be grown and gone before you don't realize until that happens. It seems like that baby stage lasts forever and you're never going to get out of it, but it really does go by. And so with that time slipping by, and with the minimal amount of time that I had in the day with 4 kids, I'm like, I have to have a way to be able to bring in passive income for my family, and a way to be able to bring in real amounts of income, like hundreds of dollars at a time, and not just a few bucks here, not just a few bucks there, not just $10 here, $10 there, maybe $20 there, or $50 there on a good day if I'm lucky. Like, I need a way to be able to bring in $900, $600, $300, 100% profit, because I had all of those expenses, those same expenses that you probably face as well. So real quick before we get started, again, this is my website here. Go here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. That's where you're going to go to get all of the details. You're going to see a place to put in your email. That's immediately going to take you to a video that's going to answer all of your questions about this. And again, I just found this 3.5 months ago, but it has rocked my world. It's given me that time back that I needed. It's given me that time back with my family. But I want to ask you a question here before we get started, and that is, what would seeing $900 on a daily basis do for you? What would learning attraction marketing skills where you're seeing $900 every day coming into your bank account at 100% profit? Now, I know this $900, stick with me for a second. It seems too good to be true. When I heard this, I'm like, how could that even possibly be real? Because we're used to trading our time for money. We're used to, going to a job and we're making $17 an hour or $27 an hour or whatever that is. This is possible. This number is possible because of the day and age that we're living in. Everything is going online. Everything is going digital. And so what this allows us to do is something very powerful, and that is to actually have an automation system behind our input, an automation system that can work around the clock 24 hours out of the day, even when we're sleeping. So we don't actually have to, put in a gazillion hours in a day in order to make this amount of daily pay. It's actually based on a 2-hour workday where you're focusing on those income earning activities during those 2 hours. When that's done, when it's complete, you're done for the day, and your automation system takes over and it's doing all of the work for you. So I want to ask you a question really quick. If you could learn these skills to be able to attract a customer on a daily basis, what would that do for your family? Do you realize that $900 is $6,300 a week? And it's $328,000 a year. What would that do for your family? How would that make you feel to get to the end of the year and you see this much in your bank account? Again, I didn't think that it was real. I didn't think seeing $900 was real until I saw it for myself, until I picked up my phone one day and I'm like, I just had $900 come in. And another day, I just had another $900 come in. Do you realize how fast money stacks up at this amount? This was so exciting for me when this happened, because coming from a background, again, of making a few bucks here, few bucks there, working a side hustle, always having to take more time out of my day, more time away from my family. You make $10, $10, $10, like, okay, what, that adds up to $30. Like, that doesn't even put gas in the car. That doesn't even, help me go get groceries. Like, a couple, maybe groceries for the day, groceries for a day or two. But, when you have 4 kids, like, you have to have a better way to make money. So when I realized this, and when I started seeing amounts come in, $900, $600, $300 at a time, it's like, it actually adds up. And it's in a way that is completely passive. So what we're talking about for those of you who are just coming through is getting set up with a passive income stream. And you could be up and running by this weekend within the next 24 to 48 hours to have a passive income stream, an automated way to bring in sales that is out there working for you within the next 24 to 48 hours. Like by this weekend, by Monday, being able to bring in sales like this. You're going to get all of the details here on my website, empoweredpassiveincome.com. When you go here, you're going to see a place to put in your email. Come on in. I'm so happy for you guys to be joining me. You're going to see a place to put in your email on my website, empoweredpassiveincome.com. And you're going to put in that email. Immediately on the very next screen, you're going to get a video that explains everything in depth. It's a short video, but I promise that it will answer your questions. So watch that video all the way through. And if you've still got questions after that, hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me, and I will personally answer whatever questions you have about this. But I am so excited to show up and give you hope that there is a real way to be able to have a passive income stream that is out there working for you, getting you your time back. I'm guessing if you're like me, you do not want to be spending your entire day working. You do not want to be spending your entire day sacrificing your family, sacrificing time away from kids or grandkids. For me, I just wanted that time back with my kids. I wanted to be able to get down on the floor and play kitchen with my daughter. I wanted to be able to sit down on the couch and read a book and not have this nagging feeling hanging over my head that I should be working, not have this nagging feeling hanging over my head of how am I going to get the bills paid this month? Like I need to be working to be able to cover those expenses. That was the position that I was in. And I only wish I would have had this a couple of years ago. My daughter's 2. So 2 years ago, I, headed to the hospital to have her. I worked my side hustle the morning that I was going to the hospital to have her because I had bills that I had to cover. I had expenses that I had to cover. There was just no question about it. Like I didn't have a choice. Same thing. I came home from the hospital a day or two later, had to work that side hustle. I didn't have the capability. I did not have a way to be able to bring in passive income. And so I was tied to having to put in more time. I was tied to having to, put in that time to bring in income for my family, to be able to cover all of those bills and expenses. So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com. My name is Lee Meyer. I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 in Washington State. I was working a side hustle from home to be able to stay at home with my kids. It was not working because there just was not enough time in the day. And so to be able to have a passive income stream that I found just 3.5 months ago has totally rocked my world. So you're going to go here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. You're going to see a place to put in your email. Put that in. It's immediately on the very next page going to take you to a video that will walk you through all of the details. That video is from my mentor, but this is not an MLM. This is a extremely generous business model where you're actually able to make 100% profit. Watch that video all the way through because it's going to answer all of your questions about how you can get set up with a passive income stream that is out there working for you, how you can have a 2-hour workday so that when you're done with your income earning activities for the day, it is out there working for you and you've got 22 hours out of the day to do with as you want. You've got 22 hours out of the day to do with as you please, to be able to actually be present with your kids, to be able to, not have to worry about how you're going to pay for everything because you know that you have a way to be able to bring in daily pay for your family. Daily pay for your family, $900, $600, $300 at a time. That is the power of this system. That is the power of having a passive income stream that is out there working for you. Again, you could be set up by this weekend. Your world could be changed by this weekend, just like it was for me 3.5 months ago. And speaking of 3.5 months ago, do you realize that there's about 3.5 months left in the year? This is a little bit ironic that I started 3.5 months ago, 3.5 months left of the year, but I want to ask you a question like, what would it be for you to get to the end of this year, just 3.5 months from now? If I counted right, it's about 16 weeks to get to December 31st, having this passive income stream that has been out there working for you, having this passive income stream where you've learned the skills to be able to attract a customer at $900, where you've learned the skills to bring in daily pay for your family. What if that were you December 31st and you had brought in $30,000 to $40,000 extra for your family? You're sitting there on December 31st. Maybe you've got a Christmas tree up, maybe your kids are playing, and you're looking, around at you and thinking, what did I accomplish? Like, look at what I accomplished for my family. You look in the mirror across the room and you're like, I am so proud of the person in the mirror. I am so proud of the skills that that person, me, like the person in the mirror staring back at you, has accomplished. What would making that extra money, what would learning the high income skills to be able to bring in passive daily pay, to have an automation system that is out there working for you, giving you back your time, how different would your holidays look? How different would your holidays be? To know that you don't have to go into debt, to know that you can go out and buy your kids the present they actually want and not just the ones that you can afford, to be able to maybe even take your family on a vacation this holiday season and you're like, you paid for it in cash. You didn't have to check your bank account before you sat down and booked that. And you were able to go on that vacation and make those memories with your family and just not have to be stuck at home. And you're going to make those memories that you're going to be talking about 5-10 years from now. And because you have the funds and you have the time to go out and make those memories before it's too late, before your kids are grown up, before they're grown up and gone, before your maybe grandkids, if you've got grandkids, before they're grown up and gone. Like, what if that were you? So go ahead and head here right now, empoweredpassiveincome.com. My name is Lee Meyer. For those of you who are just coming in, empoweredpassiveincome.com. When you get there, you're going to see an email place to put in your email. Put that in, and then that is immediately going to unlock a video on the very next page. You will see that video that is going to explain all of the details about this. This is not an MLM. This is not having to bug friends or family. It's actually using what is called attraction marketing. So what attraction marketing is that you're attracting your perfect customer to you. You're not having to go out and chase anybody. You're not having to go out and DM people. You're not having to friend request people, but your customers are coming to you. From that point, you've got an automation system set up that is going to do all of the follow up for you, that is going to do all of the selling and the telling and converting your customers into paying customers, from just learning about you, from just finding out about you, to actually paying you. And that is happening from an automation system. This is what is called a sales funnel. That is all set up inside of this program that I'm talking about. You don't have to have the tech skills. You don't have to figure out how to build this out yourself. It's actually a proven funnel, proven conversion system that works, that is converting at an incredibly high rate. We have across of our community about 1 in 20 are converting into paying customers at this $900. What this means for you is it only takes getting this in front of 20 people a day to be able to bring in that $900 daily pay for your family. And again, $900, that's $6,300 a week and $328,000 a year. So empoweredpassiveincome.com, that's where you're going to head to go get all of the details. But this has literally given me my life back, given me my time back with my kids, so that I never have to miss out on time with them, that I never have to say, no, I'm too busy. I've got work to do. I have this bill that I have to get paid. Like I have to be able to cover that. I have to work to be able to cover that. Like explaining that to kids. Kids don't know that. They just want your attention. They just want your time. They just want you to say yes when they come to you and say, hey, could you read a book with me? Hey, could you play with me? Yes. Like for you to be that parent again, what would that do for you? Again, my name is Lee Meyer. I am a stay-at-home mom of four, but I was working a side hustle to be able to stay at home with my kids. I was working from home and trying to juggle it all, trying to do it all. I was exhausted and worn out. So to be able to have this passive income stream that I just found 3.5 months ago, for it to be able to entirely rock my world, been able to bring in thousands of dollars for my family, following this simple step by step blueprint has totally changed my world. And that's why I'm so passionate. That's why I'm so excited to share this with you, to jump on here each and every morning and share this hope with you that there is a way out of the struggle. So empoweredpassiveincome.com. And you're going to head here. Again, there's an email place to put a field to put in your email address, a button. Click that button. That's going to submit. On the very next page, you're going to get a video with all of the details about this. It's a short video. Watch it all the way through, but I promise that it will answer your questions. If you've still got questions after that about how any of this works or like what it is, because I know I was super skeptical when I heard about this. I'm like, this is too good to be true. Like this has got to be, something that's got to be like, what is it? Like it's got to be an MLM. It's got to be a pyramid, like whatever that is. I just didn't understand. So I had a lot of questions. If you've still got questions like that, I would be more than happy to answer any of those questions that you have. Just hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me. And then I will, be able to personally answer whatever questions that you have. So with this system, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. Grab a screenshot here of this before I do. And that way you have the email or the website address, and then you have like this number. Remember that number for your family of what that could do for you. How would that make you feel to get $328,000 to learn the skills where you've brought in this amount of money for your family? You've learned the skills to create daily pay, to bring in daily pay, to use attraction marketing so that you're never having to chase anybody. And you've got an automation system that is out there working for you. All right, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. So I've got a little bit more room on here. But the very first step with this is with your products, what it is that you're going to be making passive income from. Now, with the products, there's actually 4 different options. You're going to be able to see these 4 different options here when you go to my website. You're going to watch that video that we talked about, and then click that button to go to the next page. That's going to take you to where the products are. With all of these products, they are all in the e-learning industry. And what I didn't know, coming from a background of selling physical goods, is that actually these types of digital products that people are purchasing to, sit down and learn from the comfort of their home, to be able to sit down and like go through a course, have a program to help them learn something. These types of digital products this is actually the biggest industry out there. It's actually a $1.2 billion industry. And this isn't like an annual number or a monthly number. This is per day. Every single day, $1.2 billion is being spent in this industry. Let that sink in for a second. That is an incredible number, bigger than any other industry out there. This is the industry where people are spending the most amount of money. And this is where it gets even wilder. That 1.2 billion, that is what is being spent right now. 2024, the year that we're in, today, $1.2 billion will be spent today in this industry. But a couple of years from now, that number is actually projected to hit $3 billion per day. So almost triple just in the next couple of years. Let that sink in on what is being spent on these types of digital products. Coming from a background of selling physical products that I could reach out and touch and feel and see, this was an entirely new concept for me. This was an entirely new thing to try and wrap my brain around, of the amount of money that was being spent on essentially invisible products, that was being spent on, digital products. But I knew that if this industry is the biggest industry out there, but it's also the fastest growing industry out there, it's like, why not be able to offer something in that industry where there's already a huge demand, where there's already money being spent? It only makes, good business sense to be able to capitalize on the amount of money that is being spent on e-learning products, on digital products, and to capitalize that, on this $1 billion per day industry. That was when that light bulb went off of like, why just be stuck to something that I can reach out and see and touch? Why be stuck to just physical products? Why not be able to make money in this industry that is the biggest industry out there, as well as the fastest growing industry out there? So for me, once I realized that, it's like, yes, I want to have products that are in high demand. That is the number one problem with, making sales with anything. If you don't have something that's in high demand, it's going to be really difficult to make money. It's going to be really difficult to be able to make sales, to make money off of that. But when you have something that people actually want, when you have something that is a hot commodity and in high demand, and that demand is only growing, that is where the money is made. That is where the money is at. That is when sales are easy. That is when bringing in those amounts that we've been talking about, $900, $600, $300, that is when bringing in that amount is easy. That's just a drop in the bucket of what is being spent every single day on these types of products, on digital products, on e-learning products. People are going more and more every day to, go online, take a course to learn something. They're going online to take a course to learn how to do something, to maybe learn new skills, to maybe learn the skills of how to run an online business, to maybe learn the skills of how to make money from home. And so being able to offer products in this industry was this, huge aha moment for me of like, why not me? Why not me have a piece of that $1 billion that is being spent every single day? So again, empoweredpassiveincome.com. For those of you who are just coming through, my name is Lee Meyer. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4. I was working a side hustle from home to be able to stay at home with my kids until I found this passive income stream. And it has literally given me my time back. So empoweredpassiveincome.com, you're going to go there, put in your email. That is going to take you to a video that unlocks the blueprint for you. You do not need tech skills. You do not need a following. You do not need prior experience to start bringing in passive income for your family, to get your time back with your kids, to get your time back with your grandkids. And you can be set up with this passive income stream, being able to bring in $900, $600, $300, $100. Let me go ahead and write these down, because you actually get 4 income streams with this, all completely automated, to be able to bring in these amounts and have an automation system that is out there working for you, where these actually put a dent in things, right? I was having to sell a gazillion products, like just to make $1,000, just to make, $2,000, whatever it was that we needed for a month, when I was selling products where I was only making $10 off of. So to be able to have real amounts of money, to be able to have this money come in, and it's like it actually stacks up fast. It actually puts a dent in things. So for those of you who are just hopping on again, Stay at Home Mama 4, this is my website right here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. That's where you're going to go for all of the details and to check out the products that you can make 100% on. Like, this is not that you made a $900 sale, you had a customer come in and pay you $900, and then you lost out 50% to the course creator, or a huge chunk of money because it's an MLM and you're doing all the work and somebody else is getting rich. This is your own business. You are running this as your own. That is how you are able to make that 100% profit. And you can be set up with this passive income stream, with being able to bring in these amounts of money for your family. You could have that whole entire automation system that is set up behind these sales. You could have that set up by this weekend. You could by this weekend have that set up, ready to go, ready to start bringing in these amounts for your family. Do you realize that like by Monday, your life could entirely change? And that is the hope that I want to extend to you today. That's the hope that I want to give you, is that your life can improve for the better right away. It does not have to take months or years from now for you to finally find something that works, to finally, maybe build a business for yourself and get yourself out of that just get by lifestyle, to get, escape from that just, living paycheck to paycheck, or barely making it through the month, or maybe not even making it through the month. Your life can change right away. This is all possible because of these products where you can make 100% from. This is a brilliant business model that I had no idea existed, but it's called master resell rights. So what it allows you to do is hit the ground running and start bringing in these amounts for your family on a daily basis. It teaches you the skills of daily pay. It teaches you how to use that attraction marketing and how to have an automation system that is out there working for you. So imagine with me for a second what that would do for you. This $900, that's $328,000 a year. This $600 is 200. I'm gonna round here, $219,000 a year. This one, 300, 109, it's $109,000 a year. What would that do for your family? What would that do for you? Like, how would that make you feel to have this amount of money, to have these skills to bring in daily pay, to attract a daily paying customer, to be able to make money passively through your automation system that is out there working for you 24/7? What would that do for you? Empoweredpassiveincome.com. That is going to get you all of the details about exactly how this works. You're going to put in your email. Immediately on the very next screen after you put in that email, you're going to be able to get all of the details about the blueprint step by step. And again, anybody can do this. We have thousands of people who are following this process and having success. Thousands of people from around the world, all walks of life, all ages, who have been able to bring in life-changing income for their family, who have been able to not have to be homeless. We have one mom that was on the verge of homelessness. She had lost both of her jobs, and she found this and got started. And it's like in less than a year, she went from, about to be homeless, about to be on the streets with her two kids, to coming into like having enough to go out and buy a house. That is the power of having these master resale rights, of having products that are highly in demand in an industry where $1.2 billion is being spent every single day, of having products where you're able to make 100% profit on, where you're able to learn the skills of daily pay, where you're seeing that $900 come in on a daily basis, and that $6,300 a week, and that $328,000 a year, because that's what that is. $900 on a daily basis, that is $328,000 a year. What would that do for your family? What would that do for you? How would that make you feel? Like, what would you be able to accomplish with this? You get to the end of the year and you have that $328,000 sitting in your bank account. You go and open up your checking account and you're like, wow, I did it. Wow, I learned the skills. Wow, I am so proud of everything that I'm accomplished. You look in the mirror, so proud of the person that is staring back at you. What would this do for you? Would it mean that you would be able to get completely debt free? Would it mean that you would be able to sit down and pay off your car and your student loan and maybe even your mortgage? Would it mean that if you're stuck in an apartment and you're like, I want to get out of this, I want to be able to buy a house, that you would be able to pick up the phone and call a realtor and say, hey, I'm ready to go. Look, like, let's go out today and go shopping. I've got money. What would this mean for you? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this. So again, all of the details about exactly how this works, you're going to find here in empoweredpassiveincome.com. Head there now, and what you're going to do is put in your email. You're going to see as soon as you get here that there's a place to put in your email. You're going to put that in, and that's immediately going to take you to a screen that has a video. On the very next page, there's a video. Watch that video all the way through. It is short, but I promise that it will answer all of your questions about exactly how this works and how you can get up and running like this weekend. By Monday, your entire life could totally be different because you have these products that are in a highly in demand field where $1.2 billion is being spent every single day, and you have an automated way to bring in sales. So with all of these products, this is not about you having to hustle harder. This is not about you having to slave away all day. This is not about you having to put in more and more time, because that was where I was at. I didn't have a way to have scalable income. Before this, I didn't have a way to have passive income where I was able to grow my income coming in without having to put in more time. It was always having to sacrifice more time, the more expenses that we had. As the cost of everything's gone up, I was having to, put in more and more time, work harder and harder. So to be able to have this, like, again, this has been incredible. So step number 2, once you get your product, that is done. It's completely done for you. You don't have to figure out something to create. You don't have to touch it up. You don't have to do anything. It's just ready to go out of the box. Step number 2 is your automation. With the automation, like the products where they're already done, 90 to 95% of the automation is already done as well. That could be set up this weekend. You could be up and running, ready to make sales in the next 24 to 48 hours, ready to start seeing those $900 coming into your bank account, ready to see those $600, $300 coming into your bank account. And it's all happening because of automation. It's all happening because you have a highly converting, proven system that is out there working for you. Like, do you realize by Monday, this could be all set up, ready to go, and you could start seeing those daily pay amounts, 900, 600, 300, 100 coming in to your bank account. So with this automation system, all you're going to need to set up is your own website. So this is my website, empoweredpassiveincome.com. That's where you're going to go to get all of the details. You will have your own website, but think what that means for you. It means that you have a simple, web page that is out there on the internet working for you. It means that you don't have to spend time chasing people. It means that you don't have to spend time following up with customers and trying to get them to convert. You have an automation system that is out there doing all of that selling and the telling and the following up for you and converting potential leads into paying customers without you having to chase them, without you having to bug friends and family, without you having to DM and friend request and jump through all these hoops just to make sales. But you have an automation system that is doing all of that work for you, freeing up your time. So the only 2 things that you need to do to get your automation system set up, which this could be set up today, like you could be ready to go by this weekend. You could have this set up, maybe this weekend if you're working today, and then be ready to go by Monday. So all you need to do to get the automation, set up, you're basically just plugging in your information. 90 to 95% of it's done. You're going to have your own domain, your own website to be able to send potential leads to, and then you're going to have your payment gateways set up so you're able to get paid directly. That's how you're able to make that 100% profit on $900 sales, on $600 sales, on $300 sales. It's because you have on those pages where people are going to purchase from you, when they click to purchase, you're going to have your payment gateway, that place where you want your customers to pay, your PayPal, your Stripe account. You're going to have that all set up. Inside of our program, you're going to get videos step by step to be able to get all of this set up. It's going to walk you through getting your domain set up. It's going to walk you through connecting your payment gateways. Even going out and getting, for me, like I didn't have a Stripe account. I had to go out and get a Stripe account. So it's going to walk you through literally every single step. And we've got a 78-year-old guy. I think I mention him every day. I talk about him every day because he's so inspiring. But 78 walked through, these same videos, got this set up, and is bringing in thousands of dollars. So, all that to say, if a 78-year-old guy can do this, like, you can do it, right? If I can do this, like with zero tech skills, you can do this. Once that's set up, it's done. Like, this could be done. It could be checked off the list today. You could have this out there working for you by this weekend. If you're working today and you're like, okay, I don't have time today, but you have time this weekend, you sit down, follow along with those videos, get this set up. Think how different next week could be. Think how different Monday morning could be when you wake up and you're like, this is out there working for me. This system is out there converting potential leads into daily paying customers of $900, $600, $300. What would that do for you? So empoweredpassiveincome.com. My name is Lee Meyer. I'm in Washington State, and I am a mom of 4 kids. And I was staying at home, but working a side hustle at the same time, trying to juggle it all, trying to do all of the things, trying to get the bills paid. But it was costing me more and more of my time, especially as the cost of everything has gone up. So having this passive income stream, it was like this no-brainer. I did not want to miss out on any more time with my kids. I couldn't afford to miss out on any more time with my kids because I was realizing how little time that I had left. I was realizing how quickly time is slipping by. So once you get that automation system set up, check that off your list. Empoweredpassiveincome.com. For those of you who are just coming through, you're going to head here. You're going to see a place to put in your email. Put in your email. That's immediately going to take you to a page with a video that is going to answer all of your questions. You probably got a lot of questions about this. Like, what is this? Like, how do you make $900? How can you have an automation system that's out there working for you? I didn't understand it myself. I was completely skeptical when I heard about it myself. And I'm like, that's not real. Like, that could not possibly be real. Like, what is this? It's got to be a pyramid. It's got to be some sort of thing. And I started digging into, like, what are the details about this? And so that video is going to answer your questions. Watch it all the way through, because I promise it will answer 99.9% of your questions. If you still have questions after that, hit reply on any of the emails that you get from me, and I will personally answer whatever questions that you have. All right, so once you've got your product, once you've got your automation system, it's out there working for you. The only thing that you need to do is follow our 2-hour workday. So imagine having a 2-hour workday. Imagine having 2 hours where you are focused on income earning activities. Then you've got an automation system that is out there doing all of the work for you the rest of the day, that's doing all of that follow-up, that's converting those potential leads into paying customers, and it's out there doing all of the heavy lifting for you. So you have the rest of the day, 22 hours of the day, to do with as you please. You have that 22 hours to actually be present with your family, to be present with your kids, to like actually be there, because you know that you're bringing in daily pay with this system. You know you have an automation system behind you that is bringing in that $900, $600, $300, 100% profit, and it's out there working for you. During this 2 hours, you're simply getting your website discovered. You're helping people learn about this. You are posting to social media. You're posting to free ad sites. I had no idea that anything like this existed. So what this is if you can copy and paste, you can post to these free ad sites where hundreds of thousands of people are visiting every single day and they're looking for ways to make money. So by simply posting an ad there and then having a call to action to say, hey, to learn more, you're going to head to my website. You have your website there. You've copied and pasted that into that free ad. You're getting leads into that automation system. You're getting leads over to your automation system with having to do nothing but copy and paste. Now with social media, if you want to go that route, you're going to create content on social media. You want to be consistent, and you also want to target a specific person, a perfect customer. Blink there for a second. That person that you would be like, you would love to help. You would love to be able to see their life change. You would love to be able to make an impact. That is your perfect customer. You're going to create content specifically for your perfect customer. You do not need to have an existing social media account. You do not need to have an existing following. You do not need to wait until you have 1,000 followers or 5,000 followers in order to start making money. I actually started brand new on TikTok, had to go and get the app, had to go and create an account. I had never seen the app before, never been on the platform. Like, I literally started from ground zero and started bringing in sales around 300 followers. All that to say, you do not need to get on a follow train, whatever they are. I don't even know where they're, grow live, whatever, to order to, get all these followers and then start making money. You can start making money right where you're at. So empoweredpassiveincome.com, that is going to get you all of the details. By following that 2-hour workday, by simply copying and pasting over to free ad sites, by creating content, we teach you exactly how to create that content. We teach you inside our program exactly how to attract your perfect customer, how to create a call to action. We teach you how to market the right way, how to market anything on every single social media platform out there. And so with this, it's like, okay, I had no idea how to create a piece of content for TikTok. I had no idea what even the plus was. So if you're in kind of in the same boat that I was, I thought TikTok was just for kids, right? So if you're in the same boat of like, I have no idea how to do any of these things. I have no idea what these free, high traffic websites are, free ad sites are. I have no idea how to create content that would get people into my automation system, get them to discover my website. You don't know. That is okay. We teach you exactly how. There is so much training inside. You will never know, never not know what to do. At that point, when people discover your system, when they discover your website and they get inside of your automations and they're going through that and they're learning about having a 2-hour workday, they're learning about being able to make money right away with done for them products. They're learning about having that automation system that's out there working for you. And they're like, yes, I would love to have that for my family. Yes, I would love to be able to get my time back. Yes, I would love to be able to make real amounts of income and not just get by, not just struggle through the month, not just try and make it from payday to payday, but actually to have enough to actually enjoy life, to actually be able to live, to actually be able to have the funds and the time to make memories with their kids before it's too late. At that point, they're going to click to pay. You've got that payment gateway already set up. They're going to become your new customer. And that is when you're seeing that $900 show up in your bank account. That's when you're picking up your phone and you're like, I just had $900 come in. That is the power of this. I'm going to leave you with one final thought because I'm getting ready to hop off here. Again, empoweredpassiveincome.com for those of you who are just coming through. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 4 in Washington State. My name is Lee Meyer, and website right here, empoweredpassiveincome.com. That's where you're going to go to get all of the details. But what would that do for you to learn the skills to be able to bring in $900 daily pay? You get to January 1st and you're starting to see that come in on a daily basis. And you get to the end of the year, that is $328,000 a year. That's what $900 is on a daily basis. What would that do for your family? How would that make you feel? You're so excited you do it again in 2026. You're so excited again you do it in 2027. 3 years in a row of that. What are you, my friend? You are a self-made millionaire. So I'm going to leave you with that final thought of what would that do for your family. You at least owe it to your family. You at least owe it to your kids to go and check this out. Empoweredpassiveincome.com. When you get there, you're going to see a place to put in your email. Put that in. That's immediately going to get you a short video that's going to answer all of your questions about this. But I'm so excited for you. I am so excited to watch you succeed. I am so excited to see you get to the end of this year and having learned these skills, and you've got an extra $30,000 or $40,000 in your bank account. I am so excited to see you learn to be able to bring in daily pay, to see you hit those $900 days, to see you hit those $328,000 a year. I am so excited for you, and I know that you can do this. Empoweredpassiveincome.com. I'm going to go ahead and wish you a fabulous rest of your day, and I will see you soon.